Hey YouTube, it's Abby. It's Monday night. The day and time is May 1st, 8:42, says the Fitbit. So I have in the back cream of spinach going, and my favorite brand is Seabrook Farms. Yeah, it's microwavable, but whenever I can, I don't microwave because microwaves scare me. We have our last pack of this awesome gift. If you've been watching my videos, we've been working on Fiorella's Jack Stack Barbecue. You can get different things, but this one happens to be the pork spare ribs, unsauced, and what they do is they give you sauce in your gift bag. These are organic orange peppers cut up for the spinach or just to munch on. In the toaster oven, we have tater tots going. And the tater tots, we have our Alexia. I've been missing Alexa. I'm sorry. Alexia. And, ooh, fire. Fire in the hole. In the oven, you can turn on the oven light. On just about 400 degrees there, we have the ribs going. And let me tell you, they are so good. At first I thought, how's the rib gonna fill me up? But with the side dishes, it's Tuesday night and I don't want to be cooking. I want to be sleeping or eating, but I decided to cook and I made a mistake. I misread a recipe, so I had cheddar at home. The whole point of doing this recipe was to get rid of the cheddar cheese. Then after I bought all the ingredients, I realized they said cheddar soup, not cheddar cheese. So I didn't want cheddar soup, so I bought cream of mushroom soup since I already have cheddar cheese at home. And since they said to buy 2 of these, except 2 cheddar, I used a lot of the cheddar cheese we have. So in this bowl is 3/4 cup of that soup, uncooked rice 1 cup, 1.5 cups of milk, and then I can't tell you how much cheese because I'm trying to figure out how much would have been in another one of these. A lot, right? And I've already prepped the chicken. And I've already prepped the broccoli, the peppers, and underneath there's edamame because we haven't used the edamame. And the next step, it said to pour this mixture into there and then put the chicken and the vegetables and then they said to set aside this extra soup. I didn't have enough. They said set aside a cup, but otherwise I'd have none left. So I set aside like 3/4 of a cup. And then it's like a southern recipe, so supposed to do like a cracker topping, but I have corn flakes and I also have Triscuits, so I might do both. So let's see when I get to that step what I decide.
Cool.
If you saw my pot pie recipe, I said never do a meat pie with raw chicken. This is not a pie. There's no covering. This is a casserole. So the recipe called for raw chicken. At 350, you're going to do 1 hour and 15 minutes with tightly wrapped aluminum. It said do 2 layers if you're not sure, I guess, because you don't want it to burn, you want it to cook. And since I messed up the recipe and thought it was a cheddar cheese recipe, not a cheddar cheese soup recipe, I did more cheese on top. So you got broccoli, edamame, cheese, milk, seasoning, chicken. I think I said everything. It's going in the oven. And then I messed up again because I melted butter already. We were supposed to melt the butter in 1 hour and then make the covering out of the butter and crackers or breadcrumbs. So it's going to go in for 1 hour and 15 minutes, which will leave us at late. I'll leave it at that. So remember in the last clip I said this recipe takes a long time? It does. So to be honest, we're not home, as you can tell, we're outside. We went and got pizza and Greek salad because the food is still in the oven and it's really late. It's after 10 o'clock. By the time the food is done, it would have been ridiculous to have something as heavy as soup and cheese and bread and broccoli and no. So basically my labor is done for tomorrow. I'll just have to reheat it. I do have to make the topping, which actually takes an extra 15 minutes. When I realized that, we bounced. So we're going home because the oven is on and I don't really want to leave the oven unattended much longer, and then we'll do the topping step. So more than 75 minutes. I actually had to add another 15 minutes. It said if you're going to eat it the next day, that you had to do another 15 minutes before the topping, and I don't even know if I did the topping right, because it was supposed to be Ritz crackers. It's actually a combination of cornflake crumbs and Triscuits and butter, and I'm like, yep, this is Southern when we just add butter to something that already has butter in it, which is Triscuits or Ritz. So I'm like, oh, we're gonna need a personal trainer or myself after this. But this is what it looks like after 75 plus 15 minutes. I'm afraid the broccoli's gonna get so cooked when I put this mixture in for another 15 minutes uncovered. But you know what? I'm following the directions. Here we go. After hours of prep and baking, it now looks like this. Extreme close-up. Guess those are Triscuits. Guess those are cornflakes. We'll try it tomorrow. I'm just afraid it's just so cooked at this point. But, you know, I mean, it's got a whole day to recover. And the recipe said to cook it extra if you're preparing to eat it for tomorrow. So we'll update you how it tastes tomorrow. It's Thursday, my day off, and it's almost late enough to say good evening. The time is... Does that work? Well, I don't know if you saw that. The time is 5:15 p.m. I got the suitcase here. You know that means I'm doing laundry, pulling the last dryer out so I can have lunch at maybe 6 o'clock at night. Probably shouldn't have dinner after that. Maybe just a light bite because I've had snacks, I had breakfast, and this is how a lot of my days off go. Laundry. I went to Panera because it's closer than when I work. It's closer to home. And then I really did go to Fairway, not just the bag. So I'm out of soap. So my soap went up $1, and I've been price shopping to make sure it's up $1 everywhere. So it is. So it's $12.99 now. Like, it is big. Like, this is a small coffee. So, you know, but I liked when it was $10.99. It's $12.99 now. I'm trying more oatmeal. I was like against flavors, but I'm like, I'll go back and forth with flavor and unflavor. This is a brand I never heard of called Better Oats. I think that's the brand. Instant oatmeal with flax seeds. It's got apple and cinnamon. Sounds like it's worth a try. And then the only other thing I bought for the weekend is more Ezekiel 49 low sodium. It's the frozen bread, so I need to freeze it. It's Saturday night and I worked today, which means I ate at all the wrong times and I'm starving right now. We're at Dallas Barbecue, which is crowded any time of day, but especially tonight. Just want you to check out this drink that Rod got. It's got a shot sitting in it that you pour out. That's crazy looking. Good morning. It's almost afternoon Sunday. This is what I have. I have some sage flavored chicken sausage. I made boiled eggs. This is Ezekiel bread. Since we didn't get maple sausage, I'm putting real maple syrup on my sausage. And I'm putting cream cheese and a new jelly. It's the same jelly, just a new one. And some orange juice and coffee, and delicious. It's Sunday, May 7th. The time is 6:22 p.m. I'm really under my steppage because we've been in the car. It was raining almost the whole car ride, and it would stop raining, then it would start again. It was so cold. So enough complaining. I'm just telling you what we did. So the bags are accurate. Went to Fairway, spent a little bit of money because tortellini we can get 2 nights out of. So we're doing 1 night fish and veggies, and then probably the second night we'll do like turkey meat and red sauce. So unfortunately I bought this again, which means I'll be eating them, but you know, it's portion controlled. Cozy Shack tapioca. Didn't know that would be a tongue twister. Let me put that down. So I mean, that's kind of why it's expensive. I got like stuff for the week. Like I got yogurt for the week, raspberries that are organic for the week again. So those are so much better than the frozen when I can do it. Should always do it. Little tiny, look how small. Organic red pepper. It's okay. That's for the fish and the tortellini. This is an onion. That'll also take us 2 meals of tortellini. Onion's good and everything, in my opinion. So I ended up getting Wisconsin Parmesan cheese. Pretty decent price. Actually, when they rung this up, it said I saved money, so maybe it was on sale. See, for yogurts we got a bunch of Wallaby Organic whole milks. That one's a strawberry, raspberry. Oh, hope I didn't break that. Oh, I hope I didn't break it. I think it's fine. Sorry, yogurt. And then a blueberry, which I'm going to set over here so I know it's fine. And then I like these, so I got more. I like how pronounced the word organic is, so I'm sure of it. And it says it down here again. What flavor I got? Strawberry, organic grass milk, yogurt, and that's the last thing I bought. Blueberry, so doubles up on the flavors. Hey, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you're not already, please subscribe. I make daily vlogs daily. I'll see you tomorrow.